I made $2,222 today, and I swear it was like the universe was talking to me. 2. You ever see an angel number and just knew it meant something? I'm in harmony, I'm in balance, and I'm creating new beginnings. I wanted to go over how I made this money and how patience made me this money today. My setup lasted a lot longer than normal. I'm gonna give you guys a trade breakdown, show you guys what's going on with all of that. But first, let me introduce myself. YouTube! What's up, y'all? It's KIAREY. If you don't know who I am, my name's KIAREY Love. I'm currently documenting my journey to becoming a millionaire trader. And when I am a millionaire, y'all still gonna be here. But if you guys don't know, we come in here every single day and we mark up previous day high, previous day low. Got that done. We come in to that 1 minute time frame. We came into that one minute time frame, waited for the first 5 minute candle to happen. This was the high of that 5 minute. This was the low of that 5 minute. And this is what the daily ended up falling right in line with that. I was going to take a trade when it retested this daily level. However, we never got a full retest, and price was just looking a little janky, so I never took this trade. Would have been a decent trade, but the second trade I got into, I stayed patient. I waited for this break right here. We got a retest, and then I got in on this. Before this candle closed, I got in while it was rejecting this line back and forth. I was able to get in right there. I ended up staying in the trade through this spike down. This spike happened quickly. If you guys don't know, I have a controversial take where I don't have a hard stop loss on my thing. I don't recommend that for beginners or for a lot of people, but this saved me from taking a loss on this trade. We ended up coming up here. Then I decided to go ahead at this point right here, move my stops back to break even. I moved my stops at break even, and then I ended up re-entering the trade around this break and retest right here. Got a perfect break, a perfect retest, and we were able to get a 1 to 2. We were able to capitalize on a 1 to 2. My entry was a little bit above there, and then my stops were under here. My stops were under there. Maybe it wasn't that small. Oh yeah, my entry was like up here. I know I got out at a 1 to 2, and it was like right there. So at this point right here, we were getting some rejection to the downside right here. So I did decide to go and start trailing my stops tightly, which I do talk about in the video recording of everything that I already recorded previously. But we got a break. We finally did get a break of this, and it did go to my 1 to 3 TP. But like I said, with the angel numbers, everything was alignment, and I feel like this happened on purpose, and this was exactly what it was supposed to be, because all those angel numbers, redirection, balance, purpose, all those things are things I'm definitely getting back to my flow, and I'm done falling out of my flow. But this is kind of just what I wanted to show you guys. I trailed stops as it was coming up here. Then I ended up moving my stops right here, took me out, and then ended up going straight to my TP. Beautiful trade. The trade ended up going to a 1 to 11 so far. So yeah, 2 today. Guys, so I hope you guys fought with the breakdown. Peace. During my trading session today, I waited almost an hour to take my first trade after sitting at my charts, and after I waited for that hour, my trade took longer than usual. If you guys have been to this channel before, you know my trades usually take about 5 to 15 minutes, maybe on the long end 20 minutes. However, I would trade on the 1 minute time frame, so they typically happen quick. Today, I waited an hour for my setup to occur, and then I waited 34 minutes on the first trade just to break even. I then hopped back into that same trade with a little bit more patience and a higher contract size, and was able to get into a trade for $1,111 on 2 of my top step accounts. And yeah, so the craziest thing about taking this trade is I was going for $1,500 to pass half of my top step challenge. I was trailing my stops, and then I seen the 111 11111 at the top of my screen, which makes the day for 222. When I saw that and froze, and it's no coincidence that the universe was trying to tell me something. I'm in divine timing, I'm in the right time, and I'm completely abundant right now. Angel numbers represent alignment. 22222 is about balance, trust, and timing. I trusted my system, and it timed out perfectly for me to win on the day today. If you have watched this point video, make sure you guys are getting 1% better every day. Make sure you guys are operating out of the model, because there's never an excuse or reason as to why you're not doing at least one thing to get one step closer to your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. It has been KIAREY Love, and I am out.